432 Park Avenue, a residential tower that symbolizes Manhattan's unbridled luxury, appears to have reached a critical point. The structure, nearly 1,400 feet tall, almost 328 feet taller than the Empire Street Building, completed in 2015 and conceived as an architectural gem, now displays hundreds of cracks and missing concrete sections in its white marble facade, raising concerns about the building's safety and future as a residential building. Independent engineers agree that wind and water are subjecting the structure to greater stresses than expected, and without a multi-million-dollar renovation, an initial estimate of $160 million is being discussed, to be divided among the 85 residents, including Jennifer Lopez and several Arab millionaires. The skyscraper risks becoming uninhabitable, as well as posing a potential danger to passers-by. Real estate investors, while claiming the building's stability is not threatened, have noted recurring issues, including elevator failures, water infiltration, and excessive swaying during windy days. The main problem appears to lie in the choice of an all-white facade, which the design and development team had insisted on from the beginning. The concrete mix required to achieve the desired aesthetic has created tensions between designers and architects, with internal emails warning of the risk of defects as early as 2012. Despite recommendations to add additives such as fly ash to strengthen the concrete, the builders chose to keep the color pristine, postponing more effective solutions. Experts emphasize that tall, thin towers like 432 Park are naturally subject to movement and swaying, but persistent cracks and problems with the counterweights indicate unforeseen stresses on the structure. Steve Bongiorno, an engineer consulted by the New York Times, emphasized that the fractures could compromise the rigidity of the structure and increase the risk of moisture infiltration, causing corrosion of the steel reinforcement and further exacerbating the defects. The outcome, according to consultants, could lead to peeling mortar and loose windows, making the complex inaccessible. Tensions aren't limited to the technical aspect. Residents of 432 Park Avenue are divided between those who believe the problems are exaggerated and those who denounce mismanagement and waste of resources, as in the case of the $5.3 million renovation of the private restaurant. Some residents complain of daily malfunctions, excessive costs, and inadequate maintenance, while others are concerned about the loss of value of their units due to structural defects and negative publicity. Although city authorities have conducted periodic inspections and detected small amounts of loose materials and unsafe conditions on some floors, they have not identified any imminent pedestrian hazards. However, several experts speak of veritable concrete hand grenades ready to detach from the tower if appropriate action is not taken. The skyscraper, which at the beginning of the last decade embodied the pinnacle of residential luxury, today represents an example of the limits of extreme architecture. Between visible cracks, legal disputes, and internal disputes, the building now attracts attention only for the problems threatening its residents.